But Muslims only claim that they believe in Jesus as a prophet. Muslims only announce that they believe in Jesus as a prophet. Muslims are told to say they believe in Jesus as a prophet. Everything about Islam is about what you say, what you say, what you say, what you say, what you say. You're welcome, sir. That's one of our very erudite Muslim scholars who has just come in. I thank God he's coming in at this time, because one of the things I want to say, I want to lay accusation at the Muslim scholars. And I'm happy that one of the chairman of the Muslim scholars just came in at that time. Muslims claim that they believe in Jesus because their leaders tell them to say so. But Muslims do not in truth believe in Jesus as a prophet of God. There are many things that Jesus said in the Bible. When you correspond it with Muslim belief, you say Muslims do not believe in it. They believe, you believe in Jesus, but you don't believe in what Jesus said. You can't believe in Jesus like that. The disciples of Jesus are the followers of Jesus. And in the scripture we have just read, Jesus asked his disciples, who do you say I am? And the leader of the disciples said, you are the Son of God. Muslims don't believe in that. Now, the Quran says some things about Jesus, but Muslims don't believe. Muslims only believe what their scholars tell them to believe or to say. In fact, Muslims don't have belief. It's what the scholars say you should believe. How can the Quran, when I read the Quran, anybody that reads the Quran will see that the greatest prophets, if you are to talk about prophets in the Quran, prophets that are named in the Quran are not much. Okay, and out of the prophets that are named in the Quran, the one that is regarded as the greatest prophet in the Quran is Jesus. It's Jesus. No Muslim can bring a verse in the Quran and say because of this verse in the Quran, Muhammad is greater than Jesus. No Muslim can do it. And I challenge the Muslim speaker today. When you read the Quran and you are looking for the greatest and the mightiest and the holiest prophet, is Jesus. We are going there. How many minutes more? 17 minutes more. Thank you. It's Jesus. The place of Jesus in the Quran is so exalted, far above Muhammad. But Muslims believe that Muhammad is the best example for mankind to follow. We are going to read some verses in the Quran, and I want you to start from the day of judgment. Quran chapter 46 verse 61. I want us to go to the day of judgment. Please, I beg you, on the day of judgment, your imam will not stand for you, your alpha will not stand for you, your family member, your father, your mother, your uncle, your husband will not stand for you. You will stand on your own. So let us practice the day of judgment now. Let us rehearse the day of judgment now. Let us prepare for the day of judgment. What is the purpose of life? We don't know the next person that will be taken away from us. We don't know. I've just lost somebody, and we don't know the next person to go. So let us prepare ourselves. Let us practice. Let us do rehearsal for the day of judgment. If we spend our life preparing for the day of judgment, how to stand on the day of judgment alone, prepare it now. 5 times a day prayer, you do it together. Everything is together. When are you going to prepare to stand alone? So So, when I search for Jesus in the Quran, I want to start from the day of judgment. Quran chapter 43 verse 61.
Quran 43:61. Wa innahu la'ilmun lis-sa'a fala tamtaruna biha wattabi'uni hadha siratun mustaqim. And he, Isa Jesus, son of Maryam, shall be a known sign for the coming of the hour, the day of resurrection.
Stop there. Jesus shall be a known sign for the coming of the hour of resurrection. It shall be a known sign for the coming of the hour of judgment. The topic for our discussion today is, who is Jesus? According to Quran chapter 43 verse 61, the Quran is answering the question, who is Jesus? The Quran is saying Jesus is the one that shall be the sign for the coming of the hour of judgment. So the Quran is answering the topic for today in that verse. Now, what is the meaning of the sign for the coming of the hour of judgment? What's the meaning? When I inquire into this particular verse and I ask myself, what's the meaning? Can we have an example in this world of judgment day which we can use as a rehearsal? The example, you go to the court. The court of law is under the ministry of justice. The court of law is a place for justice, is a place for judgment. We can practice the day of judgment and visualize the day of judgment like the court. Are we together? Because in the court there's going to be a judge. In the magistrate court they call the person magistrate. In the high court they call the person judge. So we can go to the court and look at it as a replica for the day of judgment. If a person is called the sign for the coming of the hour of judgment, what is the meaning? Let's go deep into that. Please, let us go deep into that and prepare for the day of judgment. When you go to the court, listen to me. Any court you go, either the magistrate court or the high court or appeal court, any court you go, you will see a lot of people there waiting. They will be discussing in the courtroom. They will be talking. You will see lawyers. You will see some of the accused people. You will see some of the defendants. You will see some witnesses. You will see some people who just want to listen to the court cases that will be called for the day. People will be talking. All of a sudden, you will hear a noise. Bam, bam, bam. Court. Then somebody will come in, the magistrate. When that person come in, either the magistrate in the magistrate court or the judge in the high court, when the judge come in, everybody talking will keep quiet. Are we together? Everybody will keep quiet. Everybody will stand up, and nobody will sit down until that man take his seat. Why? Because the entrance of that man into the courtroom is a sign that the process of justice is about to begin. That man is the sign. When you say somebody is the sign for the coming of the hour of judgment, it's the judge himself. It's the judge himself. Go into the court and ask any of the lawyers, in this court, who is the sign that justice